What's going on, everybody? This is an episode from the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast. Do you like podcasts and you want to see the full podcast? Make sure you check out the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast on all your podcast platforms, such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, among many others. But you're listening to the episode right here on YouTube, so make sure you hit that like button and below, and make sure you hit the subscribe button to NC Studios and NC Level Up for all your gaming needs. This is the Nerd Coalition. Enjoy the show. On Raw last Monday, we had the New Day 10-year celebration. Now, leading up to that, and I know pretty much quite you've seen most of that stuff, that there have been problems. I mean, problems with Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. They've been a tag team. They have not been seeing eye to eye. They have just been off the rails, and they have been developing losses. Xavier Woods been trying to do things himself. He been wanting to feel supported. Kofi Kingston's not feeling. He's not feeling like he's giving him support. You know, they're turning on their friends. Like, what the hell is going on with the New Day? And everybody was like, "Yo, Xavier about to go heel," and they really about to break up the whole New Day thing and go heel on Kofi Kingston. Well, the Monday before last Monday, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods had a backstage segment, which I mean, no punches was pulled in this segment at all, where Kofi Kingston told Xavier Woods that before there was a New Day, I was a Hall of Famer before the New Day, and y'all needed me, and y'all came in and y'all got me, and Woods, me and E been champions, and you have done nothing, because you ain't good enough. But Xavier Woods tells him, hold on, I was good enough to support you, help you do Kofi Mania, and keep that title, but then you pushed it all away. And then on a silver platter in 6 seconds or 8 seconds to Brock Lesnar. Burns. So,
let me say something.
Go ahead.
These are the promos I love. Ain't nothing like a good factual promo. When it's not like you're mad at him. You kind of just sit there. I was like, well, he not wrong, and that's a good promo. When you just looking at the TV and you like, I may not want to agree, but you did not lie.
Yeah. And
going into this whole thing, I'm sitting there. I was like, because I feel like WWE's doing this real good thing of, yo, let's just tell you what's actually happening. I'm sitting there like, Woods ain't wrong. He's not, and I could go up on that. I don't think Drew was wrong. I don't think KO was wrong. I don't think these people are lying. I think these people are saying straight facts, and people just don't like it. But I love their promo.
So it was like this will separate the 10 years of the New Day, and to come and think about it, man, it's been 10 years where this stable has been. First of all, they're a Hall of Fame stable in itself anyway, and the amount of success, revenue, and eyes that they were able to put on this company by themselves is Hall of Fame worthy by itself. Okay, so that should not even be dismissed or sneezed at or anything like that, because that was just that's amazing. And then what these three men were able to accomplish, and to go out there and not be caricatures of, well, I mean, kind of caricatures, but not having to be into a new nation or anything like that. It was out there, Excel. They had a cereal. They were in video games. You know, they had one of the biggest video game channels on YouTube, and the success of that came from the New Day. And not only did they all could wrestle, so they all had really, really great and really good matches as well. Was one of the longest reigning tag team champions, right behind the Usos now. So these things here are all Hall of Fame worthy, and it's like a good celebration was for that. But for wrestling fans, we already knew that, hey, when you're doing segments like this, it's coming. And I was just like, well, we have to have Big E. And in my, before anything happened, and my thought was, because the way they were setting it up, Xavier gonna snap, and Big E may take, I don't know how what the condition of his neck is, but he may take a bump. And or he may get hit with a chair or something. He take out Kofi, and that could get some real heat on Xavier. But I'm here to tell you guys, what they did instead in my personal opinion, was actually better.
Let me tell you something. If I bet on this, I lost money because I did not see this happening.
Do you know how hard it is? Do you know how hard it is in today's wrestling to be able to try to swerve people? In today's wrestling, do you know how hard it is to try to swerve people? It's too damn hard. So, I would say WWE was successful with this. So, what happened was Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston come out and they talk to the crowd and say, listen, I'm glad y'all can be here for this announcement we had to make. And then Big E's music hits. You know, y'all want to go big, then say that. I like Big E's music. So, Big E makes his way down into the suit. He gets a nice ovation because we haven't seen Big E. Like, we've seen Big E if you watch the pre-show of WWE, right? We see, if you watch, you know, some YouTube stuff with Big E, you see it, but we haven't seen Big E like on live on a Raw or a Smackdown in the ring at all since he broke his neck. Was it 2 years ago?
Yes, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Two, maybe almost 3, but it could be 2.5.
Yeah, it's been that long. So people were excited to see him, and Big E got up in there. He was just like, "What's going on with y'all? We brothers, man. This is the new day. 10 years of this stuff, and I don't like to see y'all, you know, fight with that. What is going on here?" And then and now that they're teasing that it could be a split between them because they, you know, they can't get along, and then, you know, some shots were said, but we can get past this. And Big U was like, you know, what I need to do is from this day forward, every single week on Raw or no matter what show the New Day goes to, I'm going to be in your corner, cheering you on, giving you the positive energy to turn this whole thing around, and I'm going to be the New Day's manager. And
then it was such a crowd pop for that.
Yeah, it was like, oh, so we can get Biggie because, you know, Biggie got like we get the original entrance back. We get Biggie cheering them on. We can get some more positivity, New Day stuff coming back on. I was like, oh, you know what? The crowd was actually into that. And then Xavier Woods takes the mic and says, now? And I was like, uh-oh. He said, no, because you mean to... We've been fighting for this for months now. And we've been an afterthought for years. And now you want to come back? And then Big E talks about, he fired back saying, look, he said, E, you left us. And then Big E tried to explain, he said, I broke my neck. I broke my neck. Which one? And then Kofi takes over and says, you broke your neck, so what? Stone Cold broke his neck, came back. Kurt Angle
Facts.
broke his neck, came back. They even dropped Edge.
Facts.
Edge broke his neck and came back. But you
Facts.
haven't been seen at all. You haven't been seen at all by nobody. And next thing you know, now you want to come back and you want to, you know, try to be up in our corner. And he said, and then Xavier was like, yo, I tore the Achilles off the bone. Now, and then y'all, I came back to you. And by the way, Stone Cold, Kurt Angle, Edge, they had nobody to come back to. You had somebody to come back to. When I tore my Achilles, I came back for y'all. Kofi got injured, we came back to y'all. But no.
Fact.
You got injured, and then all of a sudden, you got a desk job. You picked
Facts.
You picked your desk job over us. You picked, you know, the commercials and the teasers over us. You picked your new girlfriend, which, by the way, for those who don't know, he's dating Mia Yim's sister. And
clap it up for him. Yay, Big E.
Exactly. And then he said, oh, you picked your girlfriend over us. So no, they don't. And then he's like, come on, and then he said, you know what? You've been a burden on us. And then Biggie just dropped the mic. I was like, and he tried to come in, and Kofi put his hand out and just stopped Big E. And he was like, fellas, like what's going on? He said, man, my neck was broken. And there's nothing I could do. This I could get back clear. And they wasn't even here. And then, so then Big E's like getting upset. Like, he don't even need the microphone right now because you can hear him. He's like, what? Kofi, you too? And then Xavier Woods says, listen, we don't need you anymore. You can go back to your desk job and we'll call you if we call you if we need you, or basically we ain't gonna need you, so go back to where you came from because this is done. Big E looked like he was about to great acting, about to just lose it. And he's hurt. I felt the hurt. They showed the people in the crowd, they were legit like, what the fuck? Because I was like, Xavier's gonna get mad, just beat everybody, they're gonna go for a reason. But for them to both come at Big E like that, which, by the way, the shit they saying has fact in it. This ain't nothing. This is a fact of what they actually are talking about. This is nothing new. So, and I was like, you right. You have seen Big E behind the desk on pre-shows. If you watched them, you have seen Big E all over social media posting pictures with his new girlfriend. If you have social media, Big E did not come back to the New Day. Even when he was cleared enough to do this stuff and travel to be on pre-shows, but never came back to the New Day to even attempt to be their manager. And then when the threat of them almost about to break this whole thing up is now when he comes back. All that shit makes sense to me.
Let me tell you something. And I feel like everybody can vibe on this. First off, everything was said was true. And it's not like Big E came back and only been doing pre-shows for like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. He's honestly been doing it steady for a year.
Yeah.
You could have been did the manager gig. And on another vibe, I need everybody out there to vibe with me. Fellas, tell me you ain't never lose your homie to his new girl. Ladies,
thanks.
Tell me you ain't never lose your girl to her new dude or her new boo. People, we've all, everything they said, I was like, I felt all that. I felt all of that. They're not wrong. That you might not like it, don't make it not true.
Mm-hmm.
I was pleasantly shocked, surprised, and I said, man, man, like I said, I lost money on this. This was not on my bingo card at all.
At all. And come.
Anybody say they called that lie?
Exactly. Straight lie. And the thing is, it wasn't even done yet because as Big E's leaving the ring, like distraught, he's walking up and he's in shambles. Kofi and Xavier lock hands, and they team up. Was like, it's just us. So not only did they turned on Big E and destroyed the New Day, but they are teaming up to even be a more heelish team now.
You know what else hit for me? And when they was saying all that,
what?
When after they named all the people that came back, and they said, "E, you didn't even have surgery." I said, "Ooh, that is true too."
Yes, he didn't even have surgery.
Now, let's be honest. Let's put the science. Let's put it on the table. Yes, you can still be crazy hurt and might not necessarily need surgery. Sometimes surgery could be too dangerous. But the way you said it and the way it hit, because we all know when somebody gets hurt, you be like, what's one of the first questions that come in your head? Yo, do you need surgery? Because surgery shows a whole nother level of seriousness. By putting out there on the table that you didn't even need surgery, is almost like saying it wasn't even that bad.
Yeah.
It's almost like saying in the level of broken necks, it feels like you just stubbed your toe.
That's what. Oh God, I'm glad you brought that up because that's exactly what it felt like that they were saying.
So that's why I was like, this hit.
Boy, that hit, and I was like, so. And the crowd, they booed when Xavier and Kofi was locking arms. I was like, I don't know how they did it. I don't know, but they have literally turned a new page in the whole new. Because once again, this is going to be something where now I'm thinking. I know I could be fancy booking here. They dropped some lines in here, Quattro, that I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, could it be possible that they hide something that maybe Big E could possibly do something? I don't necessarily know because they didn't get physical with him, but the way they did the segment, I was like, y'all don't need to get physical. But it's like, would there be something like, could Big E like return at the Royal Rumble, which would cause crazy ass pop, and then throw both Kofi and Xavier out, get a New Day triple threat at WrestleMania? Like, are we this lucky to get that? But I just don't know. But it seemed like some words that they were saying in this segment, because I know Triple H and the New Day went over this piece by piece, and it was just a couple Easter eggs in there, man, that just got me. And once again, I could just be hyping myself up because it was such a damn good segment, and I'm just invested in something else that's other than the fucking bloodline. You know what I'm saying? So
I hear that.
Yeah, and I'm just like, okay, well now I'm invested in this because I was always a fan of the New Day. So I'm just wondering, do you think there's a slim possible chance that they could be leading into a Big E return?
Now, what I thought at one point was maybe over the next couple weeks, Big E keep coming out and just keep trying to harping them, and then it's somehow easy. It's like, you ain't never let me get what was really off my chest. I'm cleared. Oh, and then a brawl break out. Maybe we can get that. But you know what? I don't even know if I need that.
I wouldn't need it, especially not in December, because December's a dead month anyway. So I'm like,
oh yeah,
if they're gonna do anything like that, like I said, if he was clear to do something, I would save it at the Royal Rumble, because it's like imagine Woods and Kofi try to dominate the Rumble, and be heel shit, and then all of a sudden Big E music come out. Oh my God! Like, and especially to see how they're going to handle this heel turn going into Raw tonight and going into Raw in the upcoming weeks.
Let me tell you what I need, though. I don't even need them to be called the New Day no more. I need that to be completely done.
I think they're going to do that. I think they're going to disband the New Day stuff.
I want new music. I want new Titantron. I want new outfits. Granted, let me tell you, when they came out, it was Goku and Goku Black, man. The anime fanboy in me squealed. But I understand you can't necessarily do that no more. Unless you want to do it with all heel characters or all enemies in anime, man, sign me up. But I need this to go somewhere, too.
Yeah.
I need W's in matches. I need heel tactics getting W's in matches. Mm-hmm. This better end somewhere near a title reign or something. It better not be blown by the wind. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. If they handled it this much, and first of all, you can tell Triple H cares a lot about this, so he gonna make sure. Hey, you may fuck up another storyline, but he ain't gonna fuck up this one.